In a time of social distancing, when we have so many physical library buildings closed, it's really a necessity to provide programming and outreach to your customers. And live streaming on social media can help you do that. It adds humanity to your library. It erases the physical barrier of the library building. It's a chance for you to provide outreach and to help your patrons who might be dealing with feelings of loneliness and social isolation. Even before the COVID-19 crisis, audiences were really into live video. And if you have a smartphone or a laptop with a built-in camera, or even a freestanding webcam and an internet connection, you are basically ready to go live. You have 3 great options to go live with live streaming video on social media, which is a little difficult to say. Most libraries are going with Facebook Live, but you also have the option to go live with Instagram and Twitter, and I'm going to cover all 3 of those. Going live helps the rest of your regular posts in those social media feeds. It increases engagement, and it sends a signal to your followers that your library is active and serving your community, even when your doors are closed. And I know the thought of going live can be kind of intimidating. I'm hoping that the use of meeting software like Zoom and Teams during this time, when we're all working from home, will help all of us feel a little less nervous about going live on social media. So in today's micro training, we're going to spend just a tiny little bit of time talking about what kinds of live streaming events that you can create, and then we're going to go through how actually to go live. First, let's go through some different live streaming topic ideas. Reader's Advisory is a big deal, of course. Many libraries are trying to do Reader's Advisory and book recommendations on social media right now anyway, so why not try it live? You can focus on recommendations for one particular genre, like historical fiction or books by one author. You can show how patrons can check those books out in your digital library, in ebook or audiobook format. You can even do this and recommend your online magazines, graphic novels, movies, and music as well. You can do live demos and show your library users how to navigate your digital resources, platforms like Learning Express Library or lynda.com or Overdrive. You can show them how to use databases like NoveList or Consumer Reports, or go live and show your patrons how they can reach a librarian through chat or email, even though the buildings are closed. Of course, many libraries are moving their programs online right now, and this is a really great opportunity. You can also move story time to live streaming, and going live has a really great interactive element because viewers can ask questions of you or your presenter in the comments and get immediate answers. I love this next one. This is book reviews. Just turn the camera on yourself and do a live book review. I have actually started doing this just for fun, and my friends love it. So imagine how much your library audience, which is full of people who love books, how much they would enjoy that. You can also do live tutorials. So let's say you happen to have a bunch of cookbooks available in your eBranch. Go ahead and actually look in a cookbook and make something live in your kitchen to promote your online cookbook collection. You can also do some live tutorials of crafts. You can do STEM activities. You can even show people how to use software like Google Classroom or Zoom, and those are programs that have become a real essential part of life right now during the pandemic, but people may not have been familiar with them. So it would be great for you to show them how to use them. Before you start recording, write an outline of how your live stream is going to go, because this is going to help you organize your thoughts. And if you're demonstrating something step by step, an outline helps you make sure that you're not going to forget something or get the steps out of order. Of course, if it helps you and your nerves, practice, and practice as many times as you want. You're going to want to make sure, of course, your device is charged. If you're using a smartphone, be sure to turn on the Do Not Disturb feature so that those distracting messages through text or Teams don't come through. I love to use my phone's video function to test out the framing of the shot and the lighting and the sound to make sure everything is the best that they can be. When you go live, you don't have to look perfect, but my advice is to pick an outfit that you love and that you feel comfortable in, simply because it's going to help you relax in front of the camera. You're also going to want to check around you and make sure that the background is exactly the way you want it. If you're worried about your privacy, you might want to remove photos of your family or other personal belongings. When you go live, Be sure to look at your phone or device's camera, not at yourself on the screen. A lot of people do this, and I know it feels like the weirdest thing ever, but it really looks more normal because it's like someone is looking you in the eye for your viewers. Make sure, of course, you introduce yourself, kind of like we did at the beginning of this webinar, and talk about the purpose of your live streaming event. You can let viewers know how they can contact you while you're live. Depending on how long your live stream lasts, you're going to want to repeat that information every 5 to 10 minutes so people joining can catch up and understand your live stream. And most people think you can only go live if you're a perfect speaker and you have perfect hair and you look great. That's really old school. It's no longer the case. The best live videos are the ones that show your authentic self. So don't worry that you're going to say the right thing all of the time. You're talking to real people, even if you can't see them because they're on the other end of a video screen. And your fans are going to love you just for being you. They want to see the librarian that they always see at the front desk, just on the screen. One more note, there's really no right or wrong length for a live stream. It can be short or it can be long. A good rule of thumb, of course, is to finish when you basically run out of things to say or when your audience stops interacting with you. And of course, before you end, be sure that you plug your library's resources again. And if you know that you're going to go live again on another day, be sure to tell your viewers when you'll be back on live. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff. How do you go live on Facebook? It's pretty intuitive. You can go live on Facebook using your laptop, your desktop, or your mobile device. If you're on your desktop or your laptop, you'll find the live button above the status update box. On the app, it's below the box, and I'm going to show you this in just a second. You will be asked to write a description for your video. You can set your audience, although if you're doing a live stream for a library, you're always going to want to make that public, so just check to make sure the audience is public and it's not just going to your friends or a private group of people. If you want to use a filter, you can use a filter and then press the Start Live video. That is really all there is to it. I'm going to play for you the video that I recorded a couple of days ago so we can go through this. This is a screen recording of my camera. So I pull up my Facebook app on my phone. The live button's right above my face there. I'm the one with the hat on. So you can see where it says tap to add a description. And right above that is where you would change the audience to make sure that you're broadcasting to the public. If you were doing this for the library, you can see where it says friends. You can tag people if you want to. And then you see the big Start Live video button down there at the bottom. That's literally all you do. Check your hair, wave at yourself, hit Start Live Video. And as soon as the word live pops up, you are live. So you can see the word live up above at the top on the left-hand side. I'm going to fast forward to a certain point in this video because I want to show you what happens when people start interacting with your video. You can see, I can see everyone who tunes in to watch. I can see the wave button and wave at them. And if somebody comments on my video, it's going to pop up there just like my friend Amy just did on the screen. When you want to finish, you just hit that finish button that's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen when you're going live on Facebook. Now, you have a couple of options once you've finished your live stream on Facebook. You can see at the very bottom left-hand corner the button that says Save. If you are wanting to save this video, this is the only opportunity you have to save it to your camera or your device. And that's because once you post a video that you've recorded or that you've done live on Facebook, once you post that to your wall, after it's finished, you can't download it again. So my suggestion is to go ahead and save it to your device and then post the video to your timeline. You can see the little checks that I have automatically checked there to make sure that people can watch it on demand later. You can delete it if you didn't like it, but I love sharing my videos on Facebook on the feed so people can watch it later because they may have been doing something in the middle of your live stream and not been able to watch. The one downside of going live on Facebook is that you cannot bring anyone else into your live presentation. So in other words, you have to be in the same room with someone if you're doing a live stream with a second person, which is not what we want right now with social distancing. However, you can bring people into your live stream if you're using Instagram. So we're going to go to that next. If your library has an Instagram account, you're going to have the live option available in your stories section, which is all the stories up at the top. So to start a live video, and again, I'm going to show you this in a second, you click on the camera icon in the story section, and then you swipe right on the options that are at the bottom of the screen where it says like normal, boomerang. There's this one option that says live. So you choose live, and then there's like a big recording button in the middle. You click that, and you're on. It's actually a faster process than Facebook. You don't have to put in a description of your live stream. One of the cool things about going live on Instagram as well is that your Instagram story gets this little live badge on it. As you can see, I took a screenshot one day when my celebrities that I'm following were all live, and then this is what will happen for your library account if you're live. You also, your story will be the first in the stories queue for anyone who pulls up the app while you're live on Instagram. So that's really cool because it helps viewers to find you. And I did a screen recording of this as well, and I'm going to show you how to add somebody to your live. I pull up the app, I click on my story. Now you see at the bottom, I scroll over to live, and then to go live, all I have to do is click on that button in the middle that had the pink and orange colors, and I'm live. That's literally it. It's much easier than Facebook. Now, if you want to bring someone else into your live stream, oh, this is a lovely shot of me. You're going to click on the icon at the bottom that's 3 from the right, the one that has 2 faces together, because it's going to be you and a friend, so that makes sense. 2 faces. The person that you're going to bring into your live stream has to be watching your live stream already when you bring them in. So if you're doing this, like say you're introducing a presenter who's in another house or another location, obviously you would have arranged that ahead of time and told them to start watching your live stream and what time that was. So as soon as they're watching, you can bring them in, and I'm just going to fast forward to show you my friend Austin, who's actually should be on this call today. I brought Austin into my live stream, and this is exactly how it shows up. I'm at the top, he's at the bottom, and we can talk to each other in real time, and our followers can hear us speaking. If I want to bump Austin off of this call, I would just click on the X that's in the upper right-hand corner of his box, and he leaves the call, and then it's just back to me, which I did a little later in this call, Austin. And then to end the live stream, I'm just going to hit that word end that's in the upper right-hand corner. That ends my live stream. On Instagram, it asks you, are you sure you want to end this live stream? And you can say, yes, I absolutely am sure. Now, you can also save your live stream on Instagram after it's over. You can save it to your camera roll. It has the exact same kind of icon that Facebook does with the little down arrow. And your live stream will automatically go into your story. Now, the thing with stories and Instagram is this. Of course, we know that the story gets deleted after 24 hours. So if you want to save your video and have people be able to watch it on your Instagram account for longer than 24 hours, then there's a little trick that you can do, which is to save it to your highlights. And I don't know if many people know about highlights, but these are really custom containers that you create on your Instagram profile. Anybody can do it, and I'm showing the highlights containers for my former position from Cincinnati Library. They did a really good job putting their highlight containers together. Those are the icons that are here at the bottom of the screen where it says books, branches, events, makerspace. These are really places to save all those stories that you really love that you don't want to be deleted after 24 hours. And you can save live videos in here as well. And the only thing that you have to do once your live video has been sent to your Instagram story, you open it up, and there's going to be an icon that's a little heart with some dots around it, and it's located on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. You click on that, you tell it what highlights container you want the video to be saved in, and it saves there forever until you delete it. Now you can also go live on Twitter, and you can also bring people into your live shots on Twitter, and you can bring more than one person in. So this is an option for somebody who wants to do a program or an event that has more than one guest. And here's how you do it. Again, it's pretty simple. You're going to tap on the camera icon inside your Twitter app and scroll over to the live option, kind of like you did with Instagram. you do have the option to put in a description for your live as a tweet and a location if you like. You can actually invite guests to go into your Twitter live before your live starts. So that's kind of helpful. And there's like a search function, and all you do is search up the guests that you want to join, and then you invite them. And there's a go live function or button that you push to actually go live. So I did a screen recording of this today. I didn't invite anybody to be with me, but this is really how it looks. You open the app. You click on your regular tweet button down there in the bottom right-hand corner. You scroll over. Instead of doing a photo, you scroll over to live. You can invite guests. You can see the invite guests down there. You can type in your description just like you do for Facebook. And then you just go live. And that literally is it. When you're finished with your live stream, I found this to be a little hard to figure out, actually finishing your live stream, but it's all the way up in the top left-hand corner, that red X. It just wasn't intuitive for me, but maybe that's just me. When you're done with your live stream on Twitter, it will automatically save and go out as a tweet, which is kind of cool. So, different options, different platforms. You can figure out which one is best for you. And now is a really great time to do a lot of experimentation, to be honest. Of course, we want to promote our live streaming events as much as possible before they happen. Many of you on the call today are LibraryAware subscribers, and for you, we have generic templates for live streaming on Facebook and Twitter, stuff like virtual book clubs, live sewing demonstrations, all kinds of things. All you have to do is go to your LibraryAware homepage, and in the search bar, just type in the name of the platform on which you wish to go live. And then you're going to come up with all the templates, just add the details of your event, and go on with your promotion. I think live streaming is fun because it really makes your library accessible, relevant, and it allows you to provide service to your community anywhere and anytime. I really hope this session has inspired you and given you the confidence to go live with your library, and I want to hear when you do. So be sure to send me an email to let me know when you're going live because I would love to watch. Right now, I'd like to reintroduce Kathy Lucier, our NoveList Engagement Manager, who's going to help me by reading out some of the questions that you guys have sent into the chat. Kathy.
Thanks, Angela. So we had a question and a follow-up question, so a couple of people chimed in on this one. So how long can a video posted on Instagram be? And the follow-up too was, I believe Insta has a 1-hour limit for live, but I don't know if there's a different time limit for saving it.
Yes. So in Stories and in Instagram TV, which is a whole nother section of Instagram, you can record up to an hour long, 60 minutes. Yeah, but no longer than 60 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Can you bring more than one person into your Instagram Live?
I do not think so. In the experiments that I did, I was unable to bring more than one person in, but I can find out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can only bring in one at this time.
Okay. What about going live on YouTube?
So there used to be the option to actually do live streaming on YouTube, and about a year ago, maybe less, they changed that so that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to be a verified account, and you can only do live in chat. So in other words, you can't actually live stream video. You can chat live with your followers on YouTube if you have 1,000 subscribers to your channel and you're a verified account. And many libraries do have that amount of subscribers, particularly larger metropolitan libraries. But again, we can't stream live with video. That option is only available for accounts, and I think YouTube invites people to be able to do actual video live streaming. Those are usually the accounts that have thousands and close to 1 million followers and perhaps have some monetization happening with their YouTube channel as well. So for most libraries, the option to do live video streaming is not available at this time.
Okay. And someone said, people are not showing up in my virtual programs. What can I do differently? And that may or may not be related to another question. Do you have any wisdom to share, no pressure, regarding the right times, regarding the right times to go live?
So that's kind of a two-part answer. How to get people to come to your virtual events. I think we have to keep in mind that right now a lot of things are in disruption, and we've only, I don't know how long that this particular person asking this question has been doing virtual programs. If you've just started out during the this pandemic virus crisis, it may just be that people aren't aware that it's happening and they have other things that are happening in their lives that kind of preclude them from coming to your actual virtual program. I've always said being able to promote something ahead of time using email is a fantastic option just to make sure that they know it's happening. Now is a really good time if you have a little bit of budget to do some paid social media promotion. So if you're able to do that and you're like doing a live on Facebook and you can boost a post a little bit, that can help you. Don't discount the fact that you can take your live and post it to social media later and get lots of views on demand. And people can watch it when they have the ability, and that's valuable to them as well. What was the second part of that question?
Is there a magic time, the right time to go live? Yeah.
I would say two things to think about. When, especially right now, when are the big press conferences that are giving people information about the coronavirus? When are those happening? So we know right now that the president is usually speaking around 5 o'clock in the evening. I would avoid 5 o'clock or any time around there. Here in Ohio, our governor has been doing his daily press conference at 2 o'clock. So I've been telling libraries here to avoid 2 o'clock to do anything because people's attention is going to be on those live conferences. You kind of also have to reimagine what your patrons' daily life is like, and that's going to be different depending on who they are. So for parents, especially parents of young kids, they're probably trying to work from home and do homeschooling. Their day, like during the regular daytime hours, is probably pretty busy. And to be able to compete with all of the things happening in their life and do a live stream might be a little more difficult. Right now, I know story times, I would do story times on the weekends or in the evening if you can do a live stream then, just because you're going to get, I think more people will be showing up because there'll be less going on. I think for programs for adults, I would also do them in the evenings or during the weekends because, again, many people are working from home and they're not able to step away from their work to be able to watch a program that's being offered live by your library.
Those are good points, really good points. Stephanie Kuhn, hello Stephanie. She was asking if there's an Instagram Live generic template. And Stephanie, I think you're maybe looking for one that's similar to the Facebook Live that we put in the chat or the Twitter Live. Yes, okay. I am not seeing that. So, we have fabulous designers here at LibraryAware. I think that's a great suggestion, and we love suggestions from our customers. So I'm going to go ahead and see if they can get that posted here pretty soon. In the meantime, you are always welcome to use a blank one-to-one widget or go ahead and take one of the ones and edit that as you'd like because you can personalize anything that you want in LibraryAware. But I will definitely look into that for that template for you. We appreciate that question. So that one, sorry, Angela, I just jumped in and answered that one because I had my screen up so I could check. Someone's asking about the difference between Live and Facebook Premiere.
I literally don't even know what Facebook Premiere is, guys. I've never heard of that. Wow. Okay. I have no idea. It says Facebook Premiere is a feature that allows you to upload and schedule pre-recorded videos. So this makes sense because YouTube lets you do this as well. You can actually upload a pre-recorded video to your YouTube channel, and I guess you can now on Facebook as well, and actually set a premiere, which triggers a notification to your followers and lets them know that you have uploaded something and it's going to be available for them to watch at 8 p.m. or so tonight. Listen, this is a fantastic time to experiment with those kinds of things. Your audience may very well love that, and that may be all of the promotion you need to get someone to watch your video. So I say go ahead and experiment with it. I've done this on YouTube. I didn't know it was available on Facebook, so I may start experimenting with it on Facebook as well. And I think there's some value to it. Again, now is a great time to experiment with this stuff. Good question.
Yeah, that was good. We have two questions that may have to do something with privacy settings, or just being sure that they're, which account they're using when they're going live. So this person says, probably a silly question, but I'm sure it's not. That was my editorial comment. Mm-hmm. Due to some privacy settings on my Facebook account, I have to ask, when you are going live, are you using personal accounts or your library accounts? And I would just throw in, how do you make sure that you're on the right account before you go live?
Yeah, I used to help out with social media at my former job, and that is a question that you ask every single time. You have to ask that yourself when you're an admin of an account, am I posting this on my personal account, or am I posting it on the library's account? To go live on your library's account, or to post anything on your library's account, whoever's managing your social media is going to have to give you admin access. And if you haven't had that before, it's going to be real obvious when you get it who you're posting for. So when you go to the status bar, you get ready to post something on Facebook. When you go in there and you start typing what you're going to type, next to it is your icon with your little profile photo. If you're posting for your library, it's going to show you the icon for your library. It's not going to show you your personal icon. And as an admin, I just kind of always got used to looking at the icon to try to make sure I was posting on the correct page. I was talking to the social media manager for my former library yesterday, and we were talking about how to handle this. Their marketing is centralized, so they have one person or like 2 or 3 people who post to their library's Facebook, but they want to open it up and have live story time. So they're going to have to give those particular librarians who are doing them admin access for just that period of time in which they want to do their live streaming, and then they can take that admin access away again, so that librarian doesn't have to worry later on that they're posting on the wrong profile. You just have to pay attention to the icon next to your status and make sure it's either your personal profile or your library profile, depending on where you're trying to go live. I hope that answered that.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing to practice.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going with a couple more questions. So someone was saying, if you go live on Instagram, can you share this to Facebook? I know you have the option with photos to post simultaneously, but wasn't sure about live.
I don't think the live function crosses over into Facebook stories, but you can always save the video, your Instagram live video, to your device and then go over to Facebook and post it on Facebook after you've finished straight from your device. And that's what I would do.
And if that's what you would do, that's what I would do, because you have a lot more experience than me. So that was a great tip. Emily's wondering, this is a great question. I'm about to run a nursery rhyme session where I'll be moving up and down. I'm going on Facebook Live. Do you think it would be better using my laptop or my phone? And this is from Emily from Scotland.
Oh, hello! Oh my goodness! I wonder if I spoke with Emily at Edge 2020. Boy, that is a really good question. For that, I mean, it really depends on how you want to set it up. If you're getting up and down, so for me, it's camera quality. Which camera has a better quality, your laptop camera or your phone camera? If you think that your phone has a better quality camera and the picture is going to look better, then use your phone and just set it up kind of further away from you. The other thing is sound. So when we do lives here at NoveList using our laptops, I have a headset, like I do now, plugged into my laptop, and it gives me a pretty good range. I could get pretty far away from my laptop if I wanted to. But on my phone, my headset, the cord is much shorter, so I'd have to be closer. If I wanted to do a live stream using my phone and was getting up and down, I might have to unplug my headset and just use the audio on the phone, and that probably wouldn't be as good as using a headset or using a microphone. So my tendency, this is a long-winded way of saying, I think you should use your laptop or your desktop.
Okay, That's great. I think we're going to do one more question, and I also want to let Stephanie know that our designers said yes, they will make an Instagram live graphic for you to use. So keep an eye out for that. And I think this is a great question too, how do you promote a live event, or I'm sorry, how soon do you promote a live event? So how far ahead of it? And how many reminders do you push out? So when you were doing these types of events, what did you find, Angela, that really worked for you for getting the word out ahead?
I think a good rule of thumb, particularly right now with so much going on, is 2 weeks for a live event, probably no more, because it's really difficult for people to plan that far ahead for a live event, unless it's like a big, like later on when we're all able to get back together again and we have big, beautiful programs that we live stream because we had all this practice. You might want to do a longer promotional campaign, but for right now, I think 2 weeks tops is a good idea. So it depends on the platform in terms of how many times you say it. If you're going live on Twitter, you can say it as many times as you want. On Instagram, I would remind people in the stories probably once every 2 or 3 days. And on Facebook, I might do it twice. I might do it twice in 2 weeks because we know Facebook is does penalize you for being overly promotional and repeating posts. So a little less promotion on Facebook. One thing I tell libraries to do is actually create a Facebook event for your live stream. You can't go live inside the event, but it's actually a better way to promote your live stream. It's better than just doing a regular post on your Facebook feed. So if you're going to do a live stream, create a Facebook event 2 weeks ahead of time. Again, if you have some budget, you can boost that a little bit to give you some further coverage. Right now is a great time to experiment with ads as well.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, any further comments as we close out, Angela?
I don't think so. I think we've covered it. I just really hope that everybody goes out and tries live streaming. And again, please email me because I am so eager to see how all of you take this and run with it. I want to watch some live streams.
Definitely. And I'm going to see if Lori will post in the chat one more time the webinar that we have coming up later this month on Form-Based Readers Advisory. And we will get the recording out to everyone. Thank you all so much. I love Erin's comment. You gave me hope. That's great.
Thank you, Erin. That's awesome.
Great. Thank you all.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.